everybody, and welcome to the Smash Brothers Podcast, Episode 1.
Woo!
I am your host, Joe Orlando, and here are my fellow brothers and co-hosts.
I am Critter.
I'm Toneball.
I'm the Doctor.
I'm Steve.
I'm Serge.
And we are the Smash Brothers. So let's get this out in the open. Some of our brothers, about a week ago, got the excellent privilege and exciting honor of attending one of the largest gatherings of geeks and nerds and dweebs in the world, known to the universe as New York ComicCon. Is that right, guys?
That's correct.
That's
New York
correct.
City Comic-Con.
Fantastic.
I'm jealous.
Yeah.
Officially the biggest now.
So,
Beat San Diego's numbers.
which
Right.
three of you got to go?
That would be me, Toneball, and
The Doctor, and of course our good buddy Mr. Steve.
Yep,
I'm Steve.
he is Steve. So, did you guys go for the whole thing, or what?
we went for the 3-day pass. As I think the ticket prices were somewhere around $50, but for $65 you got 3 days.
Nice.
They offered a 4-day professional pass that you could actually go on the Thursday of the weekend, but it's mostly for exhibitors, I should say, and professional exhibitions and stuff like that. Yeah.
Exhibitionists,
you know. If that was the case, I definitely would have been there for the Thursday.
I would have been there on Wednesday, bro.
Oh, come on,
Yeah,
guys. Seriously. So that's very cool. What all did you see that first day that you went? I know you told me a little bit about it.
Well, on the first day, we went a little bit later in the day because of prior engagements with work, because work sucks. But we missed some of the panels that we wanted to actually see, like the Venture Brothers and the Old Republic and such. It was a little disappointing, but it was still very cool nonetheless. We did not get a chance to procure a swag bag, which was a little annoying.
Wah, wah.
Yeah, the swag bags are cool, and Mr. Steve was looking around with the video games. That's his department mostly. And what did you see that you liked, Mr. Steve?
Well, they had a new Resident Evil game, Operation Raccoon City. Kind of looked interesting. I don't really know. I didn't really get a chance to play any of the games. There's too many people. You would have to wait in the line for 4 hours. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was insane, the amount of people that were there. But
The numbers were staggering. The numbers of people were absolutely staggering.
you know, and then you had all the idiots in the center dancing to Just Dance.
And the Black Eyed Peas experience, which is, why is this a game?
Seriously, that's a game?
Yeah.
The Black Eyed Peas experience, like the Michael Jackson experience,
Yeah.
except completely crappier.
About the Black Eyed Peas.
Yeah, and their songs.
Well, you know, I gotta admit, I liked one of their songs at least. That
Yeah, their tunes are catchy, but to base a whole game on them,
yeah, it's kind
compared
of
to an icon like Michael Jackson, is
Yeah,
that's really huge downgrade.
that's true. I'm not really a big Green Day fan, so I was kind of disappointed with the whole Green Day rock band thing, but that's just me. But
Another interesting thing that I think popped up this year was they separated the anime festival. Last year they were merged together into one room.
right.
They're actually two separate cons, I think.
They are, but they kind of shared the space last year, and it's
Last year,
when
Everything
once you
was just,
passed a
melded
certain
together.
aisle, once you passed a certain aisle, you were kind of just in the anime area, and the only way you would have known that was from all the kids walking around in pajamas.
Yeah.
You were in Japan after you passed aisle 4,000.
With their spiked hair and their oversized eyeballs and
Yeah, and the enormous, innocuous
Goggles.
hammers and
I don't get the hammers.
Yeah, I don't get the hammers either, but I think that's just because of my age. I think that I missed the anime boat that I've been kind of trying to catch up on. and maybe who knows, next year maybe I'll be all excited about the anime festival.
Well, I'm kind of young, so I grew up like at the height when most of the United States was really catching on to anime, like mainstream anime. When Toonami on Cartoon Network started showing stuff like Dragon Ball Z and stuff, and
Still my favorite anime of all time.
yeah, and I don't know, I was slow to catch on to it myself, so it's not an age related thing. I think it's just personal taste more than anything.
Yeah, I can see that, but I just have a feeling. Like if perhaps I were introduced to, like, let's say like the Naruto or the Dragon Ball Z or something at a different, maybe at a more formidable age, then perhaps I would have a little bit more of an open mind, because I have to say that I kind of have like a little bit of a, elitist attitude towards it.
Well, you don't want to watch Dragon Ball Z.
No, you don't.
No, I definitely don't. I don't. I'm just saying, like, is that based on because Dragon Ball Z sucks, or is it based on because I missed the boat?
Dragon Ball Z doesn't suck.
Literally both columns, I would say.
Well, some of it sucks, but I don't know.
They
I think it's more
monologue way
it's
too
more
much.
it's more oriented towards a younger audience, definitely. So yeah, that does apply. But yeah, you definitely don't want to watch Naruto then, Naruto, whatever it is,
Right.
Because that's even more annoying.
To counterpoint myself,
Yeah.
I would have to say that the Thundercats and He-Man, which I grew up with, are like the earliest forms of anime. If you watch those things, they're talking with their eyes blinking and their mouth moving, but they're saying 10 different
true.
things.
But they weren't
And that's-
made in Japan, were they?
They were.
You went
They were?
further back than
They
that.
were.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
I feel weird.
Like Speed Racer and Gigantor.
Yeah, Speed Racer, yeah, exactly.
Astro Boy and stuff
Astro
like that.
Boy, yeah.
Well, yeah, that
Ultron.
makes sense. But I wouldn't think that the
Man.
Thundercats was.
I believe they were animated by Japanese animators. Am I wrong on that? Can anyone prove me wrong on that?
We'll have to consult the records.
Yeah, we'll have to
Inspector
check the
Gadget's-
records.
That's pretty
Inspector
awesome.
Gadget was also animated in Japan, I think.
Yeah.
It was like a joint venture between
Yeah.
France and whoever else, Japan, America.
That just kind of blew my mind a little, guys. I'm sorry. Jeez.
Go Gadget Anime.
Go Gadget. So what else did you see? I know you guys got a kick out of all the cosplayers and stuff. What were some of the most inspired costumes that you saw?
Well, I mean, I think I'll go first on this one, being kind of a latent cosplayer myself. That
Whoa.
I think the crowd favorite is always either like Miss Marvel
Yeah.
or a Slave Leia or something like along the lines of that. Especially when you have a woman who can really fill out the costume.
You can't go wrong there.
You really can't go wrong. And I think even the queerest of the folk were like, "Oh, look, Slave Leia, let's take a picture with her," And other than that, I do have to say that some of the work certain people put in is just absolutely phenomenal. There's one guy who comes every year dressed as one of the Transformers, and like you literally have a hard time telling whether or not it's an animatronic robot or a person in a costume.
Wow.
And I mean, there were some great Star Wars costumes. There's always really awesome Boba Fett's and Jango Fett's and like whatever other little faction of Fett's that they come out with. And
I actually kind of really like the people with the terrible costumes and the cankles, and like they're just a little too like,
I think body type should definitely be taken into consideration when trying to pull off a costume for realism. I think there's definitely room for a sense of humor and room for like, you just really like the character and you're dressing up as them. But when you're going for that effect of like, I am Naruto, then you probably shouldn't be like 6'4", 350,
But you gotta
gonna
hand
work,
it to them. You gotta hand it to the people. If the ladies have got cankles and they're trying to pull off Sailor Moon,
Yeah, absolutely.
God be
And
with 'em.
I say
God
more
love
power
'em.
to them, but
well, I
Especially if
wasn't
their
saying
costume
anything
is very
against
well.
it. I was just saying, I wasn't saying anything against it. I was just saying, like, I find those, I find myself looking for that more.
Well, yeah, because
This
that's
is
like
sounding really
that's
bad.
that. No. It's a good thing because you're like basically saying those people. You can tell those people are the real fans. You know,
They're the fans, exactly.
They're like,
they're
they-
the ones who do it because they
They're
love it.
they love that shit
Yeah,
so
yeah.
much that they are willing to show it on the outside, even if it doesn't fit. They make it fit.
They make that shit for the yeah, exactly. Yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah, that's definitely commendable.
So, who was it with the sexy ass, Miss Marvel?
Yeah,
Miss
that was
Marvel.
that was a Miss Marvel that we have some pictures of, and
That sounds
Is it
so
full
good.
body or just the ass?
well, we
Both,
have one. We
actually.
have one that's just the ass, but we did pay homage to the costume because it was a great costume as well.
You know, a little bit of both.
A little bit of combination.
We're not totally sexist,
No,
but we are a bunch of guys. Come on.
it didn't hurt. It didn't hurt.
Oh, that's so
Not at
cool.
all.
I can't wait to come. Critter, we need to go and pay our friends up in New York a visit next fall.
Well, you got a hardwood floor with your name on it.
So
Bring your own pillows.
you said that at ComicCon, believe it or not, they actually did have some comics. Is this
This
right?
year, yes. Last
They
year,
have those there.
they have those there. That's exactly what I said. Mr. Tomeball actually took a photo of me looking rather surprised, pointing at actual comic books. Because there was about an 12,000% increase in comic book sales
That's
compared
pretty
to
awesome.
last year.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Yeah, I would say last year out of I mean, I can't even guesstimate how many square feet there were, but out of a huge auditorium, there was maybe 2 stands selling actual comic books.
It was something like 1.9%
Yeah,
was actual
yeah,
comic book sales.
Wow.
yeah.
At
And
Comic-Con.
this year was far greater, and also the amount. I would say that it was at least 2.5 times larger than last year, at least.
They utilized the entire convention center except for the parts that they're renovating and expanding for next year.
But next year they're going to use the whole thing, right?
Right,
The
and that
whole
includes
damn
the air that includes the air hangars that they have on the western part of it, which are absolutely enormous in and of themselves.
Which is actually pretty crazy because I actually went there in 2005 on my sister's sci-fi pass, and I was pretending to be my brother-in-law, and it was one room. It was one room, and shut up. And yeah, they only had like one theater that they had booked all these appearances, like by Frank Miller, who I actually went in to sit in on, and he's not that interesting. I fell asleep.
Wow.
Good
But it-
writer,
it was-
terrible speaker.
It was 3 times the size this year
Oh.
than it was when I went in 2005.
Yeah, it was really big. That's the best. That's the most descriptive way I could put it. It was really big.
Like
And there were a lot of
ginormous.
people.
totally massive.
Yeah.
Like, you could walk down a block in about, like, I don't know, a half a minute, and to walk the same distance at Comic-Con would have taken you about an hour, because that's how many people were crammed in there.
Just the ocean of people
Yeah.
that you had to fight your way through the surging crowds.
Yeah, absolutely.
Excellent
is-
delivery, Tiger Fox.
So,
That is awesome.
Someone should Google if they can see if they can get a head count of how many people attended this year. I'm afraid to do it, otherwise I
luck.
might get disconnected.
Yeah, good luck.
Like, Sundays they're usually, like, dead. And this year, on that Sunday, it was
Like double
ridiculous.
Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sunday was actually bigger than Saturday, which I think for all conventions, which I have some experience with, Sunday is always the lightest day, and it was absolutely packed to the brim.
But I think that had something to do with Kids' Day.
Who
Yeah, but
knows?
even with Kids Day, it was normally on the Sunday there's a lot less cosplay and like a lot more of like, okay, it's the last day, let's go get the items we wanted to buy, let's bring the kids and get the day over with. It was absolutely packed with people, you know.
I can't find attendance for 2011, but I can find it for 2010.
What was it?
96,000.
It had to be 250,000 people this year, easy.
That's just
Easy.
too many
96,000 for last year,
bodies.
huh?
Too many bodies in one place.
Yeah.
It says
Both
the
baseball stadiums from New York filled to capacity, plus more.
Right.
the Comic-Con in Baltimore was triple what it was the year before. This year.
See?
So you guys missed some of the panels. Yeah, that sucks. Big deal. But still, you got to enjoy the exhibits and displays, right?
It was good ambience too.
Yeah, I have no complaints about it. Matter of fact, they asked me to fill out a survey, and the only thing that I put as a negative was that they had a few more refreshment options because you were very limited and the food was absolutely disgusting.
Nah.
And the thing that bothered me the most was that, you know, I planned the panels and stuff that I wanted to see on their mainly distributed playbill or whatever it is you want to call it for the event.
Yeah.
But they were, the dates and the times were off. They were printed off, and they didn't do anything to address that. They didn't put any signs up. They didn't put any inserts.
That sucks.
So, yeah. But other than that, it was done well, and I mean, for the amount of people that they had there, they did a pretty good job managing it.
Well, I'd think that, you know, as soon as you got through security or whatever and like handed your tickets or showed your pass or whatever, they'd hand you an itinerary of the day's events, like
Exactly.
an up-to-date corrected version. But they didn't do that at all.
Not at all.
There,
not at all.
there wasn't
Just-
really any security either. You know, just a
Yeah,
guy
you-
standing by a door, and everybody's just fucking.
You got your badge, bro? All right, come on in.
Awesome.
That was security.
But they didn't have like pamphlets laid out on a table or anything for you to pick up.
They had a magazine which was printed about 3 months before the actual
That's exactly
convention.
what it was.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's it.
So let's say you were supposed to be the super speaker for the Avengers panel, and all of a sudden, a week before that, you had to cancel. There was no update because you were already in the book.
Blah. Jerks.
Yeah.
Exactly.
They need to work on
and-
that. They need to work
could've-
on that and
Yeah.
get it right next year, because you can't hold an event of that magnitude with that many special interests and not go by the schedule. That's one thing that peeves me off, is people
Especially
not
with a group of
following
people
a
like
schedule.
that.
Right,
Yeah.
and like they said that Doc Hammer and Jackson Public, who I would have loved to see, were gonna have
Yeah.
a panel on Friday night, and what ended up happening was they got pushed to Saturday. But we had no idea. We saw a sign about
We're
it
like,
on
oh, we
Sunday.
missed it.
We saw a sign about it on Sunday, you know? So it was just like, damn it.
So
Yeah,
we
that
read
was
the magazine that they put out. We're like, oh, we missed it, man.
Well, maybe next year it will be better. Let's
Yeah.
hope
Yes.
so.
And then
Yeah.
I can
They need a-
introduce myself to them very awkwardly.
Yes, give him a
Yes.
kiss on the cheek, like I suggested.
They need to get a big board like in Penn Station.
Yeah, show you
Something
the
like that, like,
today's
coming
events.
up 115, Stan Lee signing.
And they should have like loudspeakers going over the place. Everybody, your attention, blah, blah, blah. This is what's going on now. Get ready.
Well, how about a little bit, you know, they could have just Xeroxed the copy saying appointment changed and slipped it into all the magazines, and that
Yeah.
pretty much, you know, would have pretty much solved it, you know.
Very little effort, but
Yeah.
laziness prevailed. But you
All
guys
in all,
did
very
huh?
good.
All in all, very good. Is that what you said?
Yeah. All in all, very, very
5
Fantastic.
stars.
Yeah.
Very good.
We'll buy from again.
Buy from this seller one more time. So you guys did get to see some of the Old Republic in action, though, right?
Oh,
Did.
we did.
We did.
They
Oh,
had
we
the
did.
station set up. How many did they have set up?
They had about, I think there was about 20 flat screens that they had set up, and they had about, about 5,000 people online.
Jeez.
Yes.
And you weren't limited to your gameplay, so you can basically sit there and play.
Really?
So yeah, so I think what wound up happening is like people parked themselves there, and the line just kind of stayed in stasis. The line was frozen in carbonite, if you will.
Somebody max leveled a character.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
Yeah,
And every time it moved, I felt like yelling, "The first transport is away."
Gold farmers scoping it out.
Yep.
yeah, totally. Yeah.
Yep.
And the one disappointing thing that I did note, and this will go for any of the WoW players out there, is there are collection quests.
Oh god.
Stupid fetch quests.
Oh,
And
my
kill
soul
quests.
hurts.
Yeah,
Kill quests are a lot less offensive.
yeah, kill quests I can tolerate, but
It's a lot better with triple experience.
indeed.
But what were some of the aspects of the game that stood out to you immediately, would you say?
Immediately, I
Immediately.
would say that the interface was very user-friendly.
Okay.
It was actually very much like WoW. Because they didn't have any of the add-ons, so like the basic WoW interface is like the basic Old Republic interface, where you see on 1, 2, 3 which lightsaber move you do, and this, that, and the third. So I like that because it wasn't like, oh my god, what am I doing?
Right.
Yeah.
So you had like a hot bar that you could easily swap in and out abilities and
Yep.
stuff?
Yeah.
Good.
Yep, just like WoW. So it shouldn't be too much of a problem with getting to learn.
I didn't know if
Yeah.
you noticed or not, but did it give you like, did you see if it gave you the option for like multiple hot bars, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 and stuff like WoW has?
It was just a double row at the bottom.
Okay.
Yeah, but they were starting you out. I think what they were doing was kind of starting you out in like a demo mode, where like they were kind of just picking you up at like 5 or 6 little abilities.
Yeah, you
that
already had a
probably
little
would have
bit
to
going
work
on.
your way up to get, you know.
Right.
And but other than that, I'm sure there is a tremendous room for expanding, because it seemed what it looked like, and I don't know this for certain, but what it seemed like is like you start out as a guy without a uniform with a little blaster, and someone invades a base, and you kind of like start with like this little shootout, and like you work your way out of the base, and then you work your way to getting your lightsaber, and you work your way to getting your Jedi outfit or your Sith outfit or whatever it is, you know.
Right.
And that kind of seems what like the beginning plot is based on.
That's cool.
And the other thing that I noticed right off the bat is the visuals of it. And I mean, like, once again, I don't know exactly what kind of systems they were using to run it and like what their specs were, but I think it looked very, very smooth and very, very fluid. You know, the movement looked a lot like WoW as well, like the kind of
The
strafing.
actual character
and,
movement.
yeah, the actual character movement, but the scenery and the effects and
The
such.
shadow and lighting effects was
Yeah, yeah.
very,
Very, very smooth.
CGI like.
Yeah,
Good to hear.
yeah.
So, I mean, did it, the most important question I think I should ask was, did this game seem like it was fun? And did it seem like something you would want to play for months, if not years on end?
I mean, come on, look who you're asking. Like, basically, this game can suck terribly, and being that it's based on Star Wars, I'm going to say it's awesome.
Pretty much.
Very good point. So
Yeah.
But I
no,
mean, if
it
you
looks
can look at
very
it,
entertaining.
if you can look at it as unbiased as possible, what would you
As
say?
unbiased as possible. It looks like a very well put together, finished product of an MMO, which is very rare when they first start out, because they always seem very glitchy and blocky and not smooth and things like that. This looked like it had been around for like 2 or 3 expansions already.
So you use the qualifier finished product for this, really?
Yes.
Yeah, I would say that too, but I want to say that with the foreboding sense that they've put so many years, so much development, so much money, and so much testing into this game that if it is not spectacular right off the bat, they're going to have a serious issue.
They're going to
Because-
burn down the Skywalker Ranch.
As a matter of fact, I think you, Joe, that it was an article you showed me that at some point last month the testers had run up about.
I think we lost Tone Ball.
I think
I
we've
think
lost
so,
Tony.
too.
Yeah.
But yes, the article you were showing us, wasn't something like 48 million hours had been logged on just in the beta,
Which is ridiculous.
which is like totally ridiculous.
I cannot give any description of this game. From only thing I've seen is the videos that you posted on Facebook.
Right. But still, I mean, what would you say, Steve? You got to check it out too, didn't you?
Yeah, kind of. I saw a few moments of it. I mostly just saw Kill Quest and I was like, oh shit. Another MMO. But, cause I mean, like, I don't know. Maybe I'm a bit jaded because I don't have a good enough computer to play it. So, you know, I'm gonna be the stick in the mud who's like, whatever. You guys can play your silly Star Wars and
I'm gonna go rogue it up.
pretty
I don't
much.
know. I'm thinking I'm gonna be the like the controller class on the Sith side, the Jedi consular.
I want to play it though. By the way, don't get me wrong.
I don't know.
I'm going to be a bounty hunter.
You're gonna be bounty hunter. Yep.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah,
Am I
we can
back?
hear you. You're
Yes,
back.
You're back.
Yay!
You
Welcome
just
back.
you kind of blacked out from that last drink there.
Yeah.
We splashed your face.
I'm sorry, I fell into my glass of scotch. I couldn't get back out in time.
I
okay.
finished your thought for you though.
Giant
Thank
glass.
you. I'm looking very forward to my the Sith Inquisitor sorcerer.
Yeah.
So I'm very, very, very looking forward to that role.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. The
Crowd
Inquisitor.
control DPS.
yeah, yeah.
I
I'm
guess
pl-
since there's going to be a serious lack of, I will roll healer.
You know what? If it gets into the game and there's a lack of healers, I will roll one. But I want to play a bounty hunter because I know everybody else is going to play a Jedi class or a class with
Yeah.
a lightsaber.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so we're gonna get in there and you're gonna start doing these instances and these dungeons, and then we're like, we need a ranged DPS or something, and I'm gonna raise my hand and look behind me, and there's not gonna be anybody else to pick from.
You're gonna be
Yep.
very popular.
Going to be a popular guy, that's right.
Yeah. Ranged DPS and healers are always lacking in games when they
Yep.
start.
I just can't think of anything but Force Lightning. It's like Force Lightning on my mind.
Yeah, exactly. That's
Yeah,
that's
I'm-
the crack cocaine of the night.
Mace
Of the year.
Windu's going out right out the window, you know?
Bye bye.
Yeah.
Mace got thrown out of the fucking window.
Nice. So very very excited. What was the release date again? December 20th or 22nd?
December
22nd.
20th.
December
Oh, yeah.
20th.
Right, 20th.
Amazon has it for the 22nd with the 2-day delivery. But if you pre-ordered, you should go check because they have release date delivery available now at
That
no
was-
extra cost.
I was gonna say that because they sent me an email a while back and said your order's been updated to release date delivery. So that's gonna be awesome.
Sweet.
Totally.
Can
And
not.
I
also
have
I
got to check
noticed
my email.
that on Amazon, the collector's edition is completely sold out from Amazon, and people are selling it for double its $150 price.
On eBay?
Well, I'm
On
glad I
Amazon itself.
pre-ordered.
Oh wow.
But the way I see it, the collector's edition is actually worth it because the statue alone, if you were to go buy one, is about $80.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
right there, that's $80. The game would be $60 by itself.
Yep.
You got the authentication key in there. It's like another 10 or
That's
15.
another $10. You got all sorts of stuff in there that's cool. You get the 7 free things. You get the collector's edition only special vendors, so you can buy cool stuff. You get a little hologram dancer. That it's like a pet, so it's just a little. Hey, here's my hologram dancer.
I got one and you don't.
Yep. And I didn't pay $300 for it. Noob.
Very cool. Cannot wait to get into this. So,
We will have a special report on the game.
oh yeah, when it comes out, definitely. But closing out the Comic-Con discussion, was there anything else that you guys really had a great time checking out, experiencing, participating in besides the cab ride home?
there was a booth that nobody else saw except myself that I wanted to get into, but the line was so long. It was for that game, Asura's Wrath. And everybody would go into the booth, and it was a soundproof booth, and you had to scream at the top of your lungs.
Nice.
And,
We're just saying there was a decibel requirement?
Yeah, like, if you got to 100, they would give you, like, Asura's hair. They'd give you a free wig.
That is awesome.
I wanted to try it out just to see what would happen, but the line was so long. I was just
I should have tried it just for the wig.
Yeah.
But I got you a nice hat, though.
Yes, bald people need hats.
What kind of hat was it?
It was an animal hat. Matter of fact, if you put it on, the top of your head looks like animals biting your head.
Like
And
Animal
it's
from the
fantastic. Yes, Animal from the Muppets. And anytime a hat has eyebrows, you know it's automatically good.
Muppets. This is very true.
Automatically the best hat you own.
Automatically the best taxi ride home.
Yeah, what did you guys do on the taxi ride home? What was that about again?
Well, Steve and I were sitting quite calmly and collected, and Tony was like, I'm putting on my new hat. He put on his hat, he rolled down his window, and
He
just
became Animal.
He was just like, hi, hi, hi.
I tell you, there's something funny
For
to be
about
seen.
90 city blocks.
Yeah, when you see Yellow Cab going down Fifth Avenue at like 40 miles an hour and a guy who has an animal on his head popping out the window, I suppose it was pretty funny.
I bet it was.
Animal.
Taxi, taxi, taxi.
Good times. All right, cool. Well, with that, we will take a short break, enjoy this musical interlude, and we will be back to discuss what we've been playing.
Dumb broke
Back to
George.
the same place.
So we're back, and we've been playing games lately. I guess I'll go first. I have been playing a good bit of World of Warcraft still, having a good time playing PvP. Discovered that I'm actually pretty proficient when it comes to Battlegrounds, so I've been playing the crap out of that maybe once or twice a day now. I've been really busy lately, so I haven't had a lot of time to play games, but still make a point to set aside some time to play every day at least. But the other thing that I've been playing that has been much more than WoW has been a game that I first played a long time ago when I had an Xbox. I sold it. It's called Beat Hazard. It is a really awesome independent game where basically it's a twin stick shooter, and it's powered by your music collection, your music library. Like, the intensity of the music determines how many enemies are on the screen and how strong your weapons are and stuff. It is really awesome, and it's available now on the PlayStation Network for I think $9.99, but it's totally worth it, especially if you've got a lot of music sitting around on your hard drive. Oh, excuse me.
I do not.
But, you know, if you got to sit it on your hard drive, you know, you can get some extra use out of that. And it's a really fun, really engaging game. And the cool thing is it's been available on Steam. It's been available on Xbox. But it's also coming out for the iPhone, for iOS. So you can play it on your iPad, your iPod Touch, and iPhone soon. So that's really cool if you got one of those. So I'm very excited about it. I will like triple dip or quadruple dip this game because I've already bought it for Steam for my PC. It's also coming out for Mac on Steam, so that's cool. So I might buy it for Mac. I don't know.
If it's coming out for Mac, you can probably just download it if you've already purchased it.
Yeah, that's true. If it's got that Steam Play feature,
Yeah.
that'll be cool. Then I won't have to rebuy it, but I will for the iPhone, definitely, in a heartbeat, because that game is awesome and everybody should play it. But that's pretty much been what I've been playing. I've really decided that I am going to buy Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, because the last time I played a first-person shooter was probably a year and a half ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I've given it enough rest that, yeah, I want to play it, because I definitely want to wrap up the whole storyline that's been going. The campaign's more important to me than the multiplayer, believe it or not. But
I know people who would kill you.
I know.
They heard you say that.
Oh, screw them. I like the multiplayer, but I prefer the campaign much more.
It's your money. You play the game you want to play.
Exactly.
Yeah, I would do the campaign before I jump on the multiplayer.
Yep. And
Definitely.
usually when I do jump on the multiplayer, everybody's already up to their second prestige or whatever, and they've already memorized the maps, and totally I'm at a big disadvantage, basically.
Hey, what's going on this side? Psh, 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 dead.
Right.
They can toss a knife at you from 5 miles away.
Yeah. Did you guys see that video on YouTube though? That's freaking
Yes.
awesome.
I just
Pure
love when I
love.
get
I'm pretty sure I was the recipient of that knife.
I just love when these guys are like 600 yards away and they shoot you with a shotgun and you instantly die. And I was like, shotgun spreads.
Yeah.
From that distance, ain't no way it's gonna kill me.
Makes no sense whatsoever. I mean,
They're like,
and then,
I'm level 70. Oh, psh, dead.
and then if you shoot somebody with a sniper rifle with a 50 caliber bullet with one hit, they don't die. That
Yeah, you
makes
have
no
to go
sense.
clank, 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 clank.
No sense whatsoever.
And they just hobble away.
And then the freaking shotgun spray will kill you in one hit. That's so stupid.
Makes
Hopefully-
you need the penicillin ketchup.
Hopefully. Some good old penicillin ketchup.
Oh, there's our buddy Buford Arley making an
Buford
appearance.
Lee. But hopefully they'll address those issues before this thing goes crazy, because it's not Infinity Ward anymore, right? It's
I don't think so,
The
actually.
new spin-off Splinter Studio, based off of, or like composed primarily of the old Infinity Ward like heads.
Yeah.
So maybe they'll make the game the way it's meant to be made this time. Meant to be played,
Realistic?
rather. Yeah, maybe. So I'm hopeful. I'm very excited though.
That depends on whether or not when they split the company up, that they decide to pay them more or less. If they're paying them less, it'll probably suck.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows? But the only other things I've been looking forward to, day before my birthday, November 1st, Uncharted 3 comes out. Cannot wait to play that. And then November the 8th, the same day that Modern Warfare 3 comes out, the Metal Gear Solid HD collection comes out. So
Yes, very interesting.
I'm going to be
Very
shelling out a good bit of money that may or may not be my own. Very, very excited though. Good time here. Anybody else? What do you guys been playing? Critter.
Well, I just recently bought a PlayStation 3.
Woo!
Yeah,
Congratulations.
Welcome, brother.
Welcome to the light side.
So, yeah, I have been pretty much playing that nonstop. The day that I bought my PlayStation, I text messaged Joe and asked him, I was like, do you have any games that I can borrow? Because I don't want to shell out another $60 to buy one.
Right.
He started naming me off a bunch of games that he has, and he's like, you know what, just come on over.
Yep.
So I get over to his house, and he has an entire bookshelf full of PlayStation games. And he just starts throwing them at me. And before he got done, I'd already had 13 to 14 games.
I wanted to hook you up, brother.
And that's just his suggestions, not even the ones that I picked. So I was like, I don't have a bag or anything with me. I just got my two hands. And so I don't think I need this many right away.
No.
So I still got like 6 games that I hadn't even touched yet over here.
Which ones
and-
have you been playing though?
I have been playing Batman Arkham City, Dragon Age 2 and Brutal Legend.
Very good games.
I am currently playing Dragon Age 2 at the moment.
Which is one of my favorite games. I was very excited when that first came out, Dragon Age. Matter of fact, I didn't know about it until one of my friends in the old, now defunct Sony Gamer Advisory Panel, a guy by the name of Monkey King, he wrote an article about it, and I read it, and I was like, wow, this sounds really cool and totally not like anything else that's out there right now. It's a classic RPG, set in sort of medieval times with its own unique story. And it's made by BioWare, the same people that made Knights of the Old Republic and the Knights of the Old Republic 2 and all those other awesome games. So I thought, I gotta get this. So I actually got it as a Christmas present and spent most of my Christmas and the next several months getting the platinum for that game. It was very
Excellent.
awesome.
Santa was good to you.
Oh yeah.
But I recently finished the Arkham City.
I as well.
I felt that the main storyline was a little bit shorter than Arkham Asylum. Not as in-depth, but there's so many side missions and everything, and the ending is phenomenal. Non-spoilers here. The ending is just, oh, shit.
I
all I'm
had to
gonna
go
say.
straight to Facebook with it. I mean, after I saw the ending, I was like, no way. But it makes perfect sense now that I think about it.
Yep.
Well, I am about to start Batman Arkham Asylum. I have not played it yet. I've owned it for like half a year. I feel bad because it's been on the wayside, but I was playing other stuff. I know. I was playing other stuff that was really good. So I'm going to start my journey very, very soon.
It's a great game,
Fantastic.
only beaten by Arkham City.
Mm-hmm.
Just because they answered the only thing I asked them to do different on Arkham Asylum is they made that game too linear. Like, you could not stray from what you wanted to do because you're constantly going through doors and having to fight through tunnels and do all this stuff.
Yep.
But Arkham City is pretty much free roam now, so you can go all over the entire city. Granted, the city is not as big as I originally thought it would be, but you can still fly to rooftops and jump off rooftops and dive bomb and glide over the city and throw people off rooftops and stuff. It's the real deal.
Spoiler alert, Batman's in the game.
Oh crap! you ruined it for everybody, Steve.
You can
Great
play
job.
as
That's what I do.
Catwoman. If you buy the game, you can get a code where you can play as Catwoman. And you can also do a downloadable content and play as Robin.
Who wants to do that?
Robin is not, a little kid or anything in this one. He's actually pretty cool. He looks kind of like a non-green Green Lantern.
He's actually Red Robin. That's why.
Point of order. Better than Nightwing.
Yeah, with his little fucking spinny moves. Spin. I'm Nightwing. Spin.
I have a question to pose to you, Arkham City players over there. Someone, I haven't played it yet, but someone said that they made the chaining of Batman's moves so powerful that one of the achievements hasn't been touched. So I think the complaint was that it was actually a little too easy, to be like so damn good that no one lays a finger on you. Did you find that to be the case?
And some, because usually when you fall down onto the street level, and there's a couple of guys there, and you'll punch one, and they're like, holy crap, it's the Bat, get him! And like 15 guys come, and if you hit triangle, which is a block, a counter move, you can literally just hit triangle for 5 minutes without even looking. You'll kill all the guys, and your health bar won't even move unless they pick up a knife or a gun.
But there's one like counter move that you have to do where you have to hold the triangle button and like hold back.
If
Right.
someone comes at you with a blade, you hit the triangle button, then you go back, then you just punch them in the face.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
You
You
can
can
learn it.
actually dodge the blade, and you see him going like, huh.
Because I actually played it for the first time at somebody's house last week. He decided that he wanted to have like a contest, and I actually I won a big gulp Slurpee cup with cowboys and aliens on the side.
Fantastic.
Pregs, you're a Wookiee bitch now.
So the question I had was the voice of Batman in this game. Obviously, he's got to speak. Is he voiced by the same guy that did the voice in the cartoons and in DC Universe Online?
As far as I know, every voice in the game is from the people in the cartoon.
Yep.
It's Kevin Conroy and Mark Hamill as the Joker,
Excellent.
which is
What
the same
about,
as the animated series.
What about Robin and like Catwoman?
Catwoman is the same one from the DC universe, if I'm not mistaken. And Harley's the original voice actress from the animated series.
Gotta love her.
She's the only one that's ever done Harley.
Now, wasn't there a little news about Mark Hamill recently when dealing with the Joker?
After 20 years, he is no longer going to be the voice of Joker.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Yep,
20 years.
20 years.
God, I really wish I would have played this game so we can talk about this. The ending is really that epic.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I need to play it. So let's move on. Steve, what have you been playing?
Well, I have been playing WoW and hating life.
Okay. Have you been hating life because of WoW, or is it
Yes,
external?
absolutely.
Oh,
I've been hating life because of WoW, because right now I'm prospecting and mining ore, and today I came to a conclusion that if I spent as much time and dedication to bringing up my mining ability that I do with my artwork, I'd be very rich. So I actually started working on some stuff today.
Very cool.
But other than that, I when I'm around Toneball's place, I play Dark Souls, and because I don't have a PS3 quite yet, and jerk, and quite yet.
Is it on
Quite
layaway?
Yeah, it's on layaway.
Cool.
It's currently on my yacht that I haven't purchased yet.
Oh, okay.
It's on your yacht boat, eh?
Yeah, my yacht boat.
Your
And
boat?
other than that, nothing really. You know, I definitely want to play Skyrim when that comes out, but I don't think I'll be playing that anytime soon. Yeah, you know, just WoW and Dark Souls when I get a chance.
Pretty much it.
Yeah, pretty much.
This is probably the longest non-WoW playing I have done in a long time.
This is very true, since he got his PS3. But that's okay. That's going to consume your days and nights.
Yeah, you haven't been on in 7 days.
Is that really what it says?
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Exactly. That's what we're talking about
Wow.
here, Critter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what about Surge? Are you there?
Yeah.
What you been playing, buddy?
I've been playing WoW. Mining all through the night.
There's a trending topic going on here.
Yeah.
Mining.
I'm already maxed out on my mining, so I'm good.
I haven't done any mining, so.
God.
But I got my leather working and skinning maxed out, so I'm happy about that.
I mean, the mining part isn't so bad. It's just bringing up the other, like blacksmithing and jewel crafting and all that.
Yeah, that gets tedious.
I'd like to get
Blacksmithing
into
is a
the.
pain.
I'd like to get into
Blacksmithing is
the
ridiculous.
rune crafting. I'd really like to get into that, like glyphs and stuff.
Oh yeah, the inscription.
Inscription, yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's annoying too because you have to go and gather herbs and
And melt them into ink.
yeah.
But you don't have to farm a specific type of herb. You just have to have 5 of a herb and turn it into a liquid.
Yeah, that is true. But let's stop talking about WoW because it's making me feel very sad about myself.
All right. Well, any other games people have been playing lately, and/or stuff you've done worth note? I will mention.
I've been playing WoW.
Yeah. You've been playing the WoW.
I've been playing the WoW.
I will mention I didn't get much of jack shit done this past weekend because girlfriend bought me she took me on a trip. We took a day trip. Well, no, it was a weekend trip, Drove up to Nashville, Tennessee, good old Nash Vegas, and I actually got to see I was in it, yes, and I got to see a non-country artist perform because I don't really like country music, and I was in the home of country music, so I felt a little awkward. But the fact that I got to see Peter Frampton come alive again for the 35th anniversary tour in a freaking 4-hour concert.
Frampton's still alive.
Frampton's still alive. He made that joke. I think he did on stage. He was like, we need to call this the Frampton's Still Alive tour. He was hilarious. And you could just see when he was playing his music and he was just tearing up the guitar, the sheer and utter joy in that man's face, that he was just having the time of his life playing all this music for all these people. And yeah, we were like some of the absolute youngest people there, but everybody else, they were like, in their 50s, and yeah, but still, it was great. Everybody went nuts. I mean, standing ovations after every song. 4 hours of playing. He did his original concert, the songs that composed Frampton Comes Alive first, and then there was a brief intermission, like 20 minutes, and then it was all of his later albums and his new stuff for the rest of the concert, which was awesome. They had some of his guitars there. They were auctioning them for to raise funds for some kind of a charity benefit thing. There were guitars that were damaged in the 2010 Nashville flood. One of them was a Martin acoustic guitar, and the other one was a custom Peter Frampton Les Paul special, and it was really busted up. But when I left, there was still like an hour and a half left to bid on them, and the Martin guitar was at like $5,000 or something, and the Les Paul was at $8,000. People just kept bidding like left and right. It was crazy.
Jeez.
And they also had he also had one of his stomp boxes on the auction. I didn't see the price for that, but it was pretty
What kind
cool.
of stomp box?
It was the Frampton one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I think it was also he had the voice changer thing too.
Right. I don't know. I've always had a very big interest in like pedals and stomp boxes.
Oh yeah.
A good friend of mine, he actually builds them from scratch. He like looks up the plans and then he solders them all together, and so he's got all these crazy distortion pedals and oscillators and things like that.
Cool.
I always want to learn how to make them.
This
And
one
he's
was
like, the best way to learn how to make them is just to buy the cheap ones, take them apart, and look at how they're made.
Yeah.
And then just, duplicate them.
This one was kind of weird because it was like a pyramid shaped thing, but it was rounded. I can't really describe it accurately enough to get into detail, but he autographed everything. They had some artwork of like scenes of the river that they were trying to raise funds to clean up or protect. They were like really, really pretty artwork, and he had autographed that too. So it was really good. And what was the best part of the whole thing was it was the final concert of his tour, and it was a live recording. They were making a CD of the concert I was at. Awesome. So I made a point at several points where the crowd was just silent to just randomly go, woo, so you can hear me on the CD, hopefully. Yeah. And
So
there's
you
like,
can play this CD with your kids and be like, that was me.
that was me.
You should have yelled, I want your body!
No.
You should have yelled Herg.
I should have yelled Herg. Oh crap, I didn't think. I was too excited about the Frampton. But there was one point, during Do You Feel Like We Do, where he breaks it down and he first starts talking. He was telling a story about when he first started playing and stuff, and opening and playing with George Harrison and all this stuff. And it was hard to understand what he was saying because of where I was at the Ryman Auditorium. That's the home of the Grand Ole Opry, and the seats there, they're all they're old church pews. So really, really uncomfortable seats after the first hour or two. But
After 4 hours.
Yeah. But he was doing his talking in the talking in the vocal thing, and like some dude just screamed out "Ah!" or something like that, and he went, "Thank you." It was just very yeah, it was very cool. But yeah, definitely. I ordered it, the CD. It was a 4 CD set, they said, and it was $35, and then the shipping and handling was only $5. So I'm gonna have that coming home soon. I'm very excited. That like made the trip even better. So
Excellent.
Very cool. I tried to play a little bit of WoW in the hotel we were at, but my connection was so crappy. I think I had like the equivalent of like, I don't know, 56K connection. So it's bad.
That's always fun.
But
Yeah, I used to play like that. 3 steps forward, 2 steps back.
yep. Yep. So anybody else have anything else to add? Because I think it's getting close to last call.
The ending of Arkham City is epic.
Venture Brothers commentary is something everybody should listen to.
I agree. I second that motion.
Arkham City is a must-buy. Period.
Dark Souls will make you pull out what's left of your hair.
Oh, okay. Well,
Peanut
Don't forget
butter.
the controller smashing and breaking.
yeah, some of that too. All right. Well,
And break people, not controllers.
well, guys, I think it's time to go. Gonna close up the bar and also put an end note to episode 1. So till next time, you guys can check us out. Look for us on Facebook. It's under The Smashed Brothers. That's BROS period podcast.
And we were Jar Jar free for
That's
the
right.
entire episode.
Be happy. Don't do it.
I'll
sorry.
I'm gonna come up there and smack you, son.
You got Buford R. Lee on your tail, Tone Ball. Are you a Gungan?
I'm gonna
But
kick
are you
your
a
ass.
Gungan?
I think so.
See you next time, guys. Heard.
Out.
Erg out.
Erg out. Erg!